and that they would, and this was really interesting because I've worked all around the world over 30 years, and it's the first place I've come to where I saw junior golfers being trained on a rubber mat and then playing on a tournament, and there was no practice on grass, almost no practice. It was like, and I thought to myself, this is really strange, I've never seen this before. So if you can imagine a junior golfer learning the game from a golf teacher at a driving range, on a rubber mat, and then going and playing tournaments. And I thought, how do they learn the short game? How do they learn strategy? How do they learn any of those things? I thought, wow. And then I looked at the record of Indonesian golf. I said, well, okay, well, let's look at the record. Let's look at how many champions have been created from the culture of the game. And there were no world-class players, not a lot. But then when I looked at the juniors, we ran camps in 2013 and 2014. And when we ran camps, there was so much talent. It was amazing. So many kids with talent. But then they're going back to the driving range with a swing teacher and having a golf lesson on a rubber mat. And then going out into the tournament and with respect, parents expecting the child to do well in the tournament when the preparation was a rubber mat at a driving range. And I thought, wow, we've got to do something about this. There's a great opportunity here to do it differently. So we presented our ideas to Pak Po, Coach David and myself, and he agreed. And that was the beginnings of what would become a pathway. Because that's how we explained it. We said, we want kids to come into the game and stay on a pathway. And there are three options. They could stay, they could get on the pathway, and they could just improve their golf if that's what they wanted to do. That would be fine. But some maybe want to be better than that. Some may want to represent Indonesia. So we wanted to make sure that opportunity was available. Some, not many, may want to be a professional golfer. Young Naraji's part of our program. He's first generation. So he was in our program he trained with us in Perth when we were based there for 1 year. And he wasn't an outstanding junior, and I think his parents would be the first to tell you that. But he was a very hard worker, and he proved, because he's won 3 tournaments as a professional, that has not been done. And he's the first player to get onto the Asian Tour through qualifying for it, through playing well enough. So that's an example of what's possible. So we're still at this situation where today, Coach Alga and myself want to recruit young players into the program and keep them on the pathway. So to make them much better golfers, maybe they represent their country, which would be a wonderful thing for them if that happens. Or they go to a college, and some may want to go to a US college, and that's a much more popular option now for parents than it ever was. 30 years ago, when I first started coaching elite golf talent, it hardly ever happened. But in the last 10 years, certainly in Southeast Asia, it's it's an option that a lot of parents look at. So we need to have that option there. So we have the option of developing talent to represent Indonesia, to go and get a college scholarship, or maybe a professional life, which is going to be rare. You're not going to get many people doing that. So that has always been what we wanted to do.
Bagaimana pembinaan junior itu? Dari semula saya melihat junior itu sebatas nasional, ternyata nggak cukup. Pengalaman maupun ilmu yang saya punya itu nggak cukup. Nah, dengan pengalaman saya pergi ke beberapa negara, membuka mata saya bahwa kita harus membuat suatu junior program yang memang siap untuk menjadi elite players. Saya masih diberikan kepercayaan menjalankan program itu sampai hari ini. Jadi semua apapun yang saya punya, baik saya ataupun coach-coach yang lain, itulah mungkin bagian dari perjalanan proses belajar yang tidak pernah berakhir sampai saat ini. Mulai dari coach Lori memberikan sertifikasi ke kita terhadap saya maupun dua coach yang lain, itu sesuatu yang memang tidak dimiliki oleh coach lain. Walaupun kita sudah sertifikat di beberapa seperti seminar ataupun coaching klinik, ataupun saya juga sudah sertifikat di Indonesia sejak 2007. Tetapi apa yang kita punya, apa yang kita dapatkan, khususnya saya dan tim coach, mungkin tidak banyak didapatkan oleh coach-coach lain di Indonesia. Karena emang ini bersifat private, dan Coach Lori dan Coach David juga tidak memberikan itu terhadap yang namanya General Indonesia. Jadi diri saya semakin beruntung. Saya ada di nasional tim, saya ada di pembina nasional, saya mendapatkan ilmu yang orang lain nggak dapat. Nah, berarti di samping saya bekerja, rasa terima kasih saya ya harus saya lakukan terhadap NGII ini gitu, sebagai wadah, sebagai pembinaan, sesuai dengan apa yang Pak Bu minta saat itu sebagai pembina nasional. Kita terus berjalan sampai akhirnya ya kita semaksimal mungkin untuk menyiapkan beberapa junior ini, mulai dari baru atau grassroots, anak-anak yang fully beginner masuk ke NGII. Kita memang punya konsep yang berbeda dari akademi yang lain. Bukan sesuatu yang ini benar atau salah, tetapi saya melihat bahwa ini hanya sebatas sharing beberapa grup akademi yang ada di Jakarta khususnya, lebih kepada pengenalan golf ini kepada atlet atau kepada junior, sehingga pada akhirnya mereka untuk fun bermain golf ini. Nah, kita di NGII Junior Club ini punya konsep yang berbeda, di mana tetap fun-nya tetap kita kedepankan supaya anak-anak itu bisa tetap nyaman dengan kurikulum maupun juga training system yang kita lakukan. Tetapi lebih dari itu, Pak atau Ibu, yang kita lakukan ini lebih kepada menekankan kepada mereka ini kita persiapan untuk menjadi seorang atlet. Terlepas nanti mereka ini ingin menjadi atlet atau tidak, itu pilihan semua pilihan keluarga dan pilihan junior yang bersangkutan.